looking at the global popularity of K-pop, particularly here in BC. So there are lots and lots of fans that are finding community through their love of K-pop. So here with us in studio is Karina Kuzmisyn, the Vice President of Events at SFU's K-pop club, K.Storm. Karina, hello there.
Hi.
Nice to have you here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So what's this journey been like for you with K-pop? What got you into it in the first place?
Yeah, with K-pop, I am still considered relatively new in the community. I got into K-pop in 2020 through BTS. A lot of people get into it through BTS, either BTS, Blackpink, most of the big names in the industry. They had a congrats to the graduates of 2020 video that was really touching for me. And then it just felt like a landslide. K-pop is just so full of positivity. There's always new content, always something to watch, and I'm sure a lot of people also connect with that.
So it drew you in and didn't let you go.
No, exactly. Yeah.
I see. And so you took it a step further here. I mean, what made you want to get involved in, K-pop fan organizations?
Yeah. It was mostly just meeting new people. I wanted to make new friends in university, new friends online, and I just found people who have the same interest as me, and they're more open about it in university as well. People are a lot more mature about it in university, and it was just perfect that there happened to be a club that promotes Korean culture and entertainment at SFU, and it was right up my alley.
Okay, well, tell me more. What kinds of events do you help out with?
So we try to do 2 events per semester, one of them being an icebreaker just for other people in the Vancouver K-pop community to meet each other, as well as every summer we have an event called Running Man, which is based on a Korean variety show where it's basically you play tag with people. There's relay games. So it's just a lot of icebreakers, mostly just to get other people involved with each other.
Well, and just how tight-knit is the local K-pop, fan community? How would you describe it?
It's definitely gotten a lot. It's expanded a lot more in the last 2 or 3 years. People used to be more private about K-pop, a bit more embarrassed about it. But now it's huge. People are not afraid to show what they like anymore. Even on the way here, I have a little clip on my bag with a little K-pop member on it, and people were pointing to it oh my God, that's the member. It's just everywhere now, and you can immediately click with people right away. Just oh, you like this group? Me too. Let's become friends, basically.
I see. So what were you describing earlier there? Maybe you're feeling a little bit shy about sort of going public with being a fan. What was that about?
Yeah, it was mostly, it's just oh, I mean, if you say to someone in public, oh, I like K-pop, they're oh, you just like pretty boys, that kind of stuff. But their messages in music are now a lot more accepted, and people BTS spoke at the UN a few years ago. So it's their message of spreading positivity is getting out more now, rather than just, oh, pretty boys, because that's what people were assuming what K-pop was before. But now they understand that there's a message behind everything.
There is. Well, I know you also help out with events at Schism projects, right?
Yes.
This is for the boy group Stray Kids.
Yes.
And what's it like being involved in that part of the community?
That is a whole other step that I did not know was even I could even get in touch with. We organize cafe events. There's this popular thing in Korean culture called cup sleeve events, where it's mostly there's a member decorated sleeve for a cup you can have, bubble tea or some kind of other cafe drink, and people come there. They trade photo cards. You can buy handmade K-pop merch, and it's just really nice to organize an event that can bring other people from the community together now that people are really out there, able to show what they love. Yeah.
Yeah, and what is it you love about it all? I mean, beyond the music, it sounds like for you, it is the whole picture.
Yeah, for me, I think it's mostly about all the friends I've made throughout everything, because I've found connections and best friends for life. I've traveled around the world with a couple of these people just because we have the same interests. I went to New York this year with someone I met at a K-pop club. So it's all just, for me, it's a social life for me now. Yeah.
Right. And you're noticing that reactions are changing. As, what happens when you have these conversations with non-K-pop fans today?
Yeah, I've noticed that most people are actually a lot more accepting of it now. They're oh, cool, K-pop, Stray Kids, tell me about this group. People come to the cafes during cup sleeves, they have no idea what the groups are, but we still give them like free like coupons, that kind of stuff if they're just there. And right away, they're a lot more accepting, especially I think like there's the Asian community in Vancouver is very large. So a lot of people have been saying they're feeling more represented in the community. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting. We had an academic in the studio yesterday talking about a little bit. This is no longer just South Korean based. This is happening. It's actually exploding here in Vancouver as well. The groups are forming here. Mm-hmm. What are you seeing?
There's actually a lot of K-pop idols that have reached like extreme popularity from Vancouver. So I went to like Burnaby Secondary School, and like we all have kind of connections with someone who's in the industry right now in K-pop. But it's not even the connections that are like the personal connections that are leading people to be more interested in K-pop. It's just overall, people are doing like dances in high school. There's a lot of dance challenges you can see going around, and it's just people are feeling a lot of like they're seeing the reflections of themselves on the like TVs now, because the K-pop now is full of people with a lot of different cultures. Yeah.
It is. Well, thank you very much for helping us to shine a light on Korean pop this week. It's been a lot of fun so far, Karina. And I hope. Where do you hope this all takes you?
Where it takes me? Oh my gosh, I would love to get like a job, something similar to this. I'm already starting to get a lot of connections, which is great, through K-pop, which is amazing. Yeah.
So what kind of connections? Like where do you see this going?
So far I'm working with this like a nightclub event promoter, Soju Sundays, and they throw like every 2 or 3 months a like K-pop club night basically, and I just reached out like, hey, I want to be part of this, and immediately they got me on board. So yeah,
you're on a roll.
Yes.
You're on a roll. We'll have to check back in with you at some point in the future.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's Karina Kuzmisyn, who helps plan local K-pop fan events.